An essential service in Lubbock is set to become more efficient. The city is investing nearly $19 million to keep its trash trucks nearby and off Municipal Hill.
KCBD News Channel 11's Case Wilbanks joins us to explain. Case?
Yeah, Karen Abner, the city is building a transfer station, not a flashy project, but one the city is making a top priority, not only impacting solid waste and its operations, but others that call Municipal Hill home.
Our number one priority in the general fund in terms of capital is that transfer station right now.
A transfer station for solid waste.
Let me paint a little bit of a picture.
That picture is the 140 square miles of Lubbock, which the trash trucks traverse only to fill up and then have to make a trip to the landfill, which is west of Abernathy.
How long does it take you to get to Abernathy, to go west of Abernathy, to empty your truck, and to come back and go back to working? Can take well over an hour and a half for some of the routes.
City Manager Jarrett Atkinson says that's too much time on the road for these trucks that are emptying more and more dumpsters in a growing city. A city, he says, needs a transfer station.
Huge for efficiency, helps you cover growth without having to just continue to add trucks. The trucks will last longer, not being out on the highway as we go through all of that. And each truck will be able to service more cans per day than they can right now with all their drive time.
The City Council has now approved a form of debt funding for the $18.75 million project, believed to be paid back through cost savings and solid waste rates.
And that's the acquisition and the first phase of all the construction to give us a workable, functioning transfer station.
It's unknown where it will be at this point, but it's planned for a strategic area to allow for even more growth.
Those trucks may have to now travel 5 to 6 to 7 miles to be able to empty and turn right around and go back to work.
And with solid waste and other departments stationed on Municipal Hill in northeast Lubbock, the hope is to also provide space for those others, again cutting down on drive time.
So we would have a place to keep some of the heavy equipment, some of the street trucks. I think over time it would benefit us to have a second fleet operation or repair facility, and also fueling. So over time, this can grow into a huge benefit.
And the city expects to need to purchase the land for wherever the station will be, and it'll also need to be approved and permitted by the TCEQ. According to the city's budget, the transfer station could be operational in 2025.